do a little bit more work on the stitch that I'm putting together for somebody. Of course, we have to do the teeth and stuff. Everything's sort of on one layer. His teeth look kind of yellow. I kind of want to, yeah, I'll try to get all the color in there tonight. And then I have to add some sort of tribal tattoos to his, hello. Oops. Why does that shoot to somebody? Hi. This is a commission piece I'm working on, but I probably have just the regular without the tribal tattoos for purchase. I'm gonna do like a new layer for the tribal tattoos. Alright, let's we gotta put some blue color in there. I gotta outline this as well. Let me hop on the chat. I don't know if this chat is working, but maybe if you guys are talking and I don't see it, I don't know. I don't know if you're saying anything. What's up, Nancy? How are you? What's up, Teresa? How you doing? Everyone's favorite character is Stitch, so I'm drawing Stitch. I'm good. This is a commission piece. I'm going to be working on a lot of commission pieces live, so we can get these done for people, and people can be happy. So I'm not just drawing. What's up, Mike? How are you? So people can be happy. Fancy seeing all y'all here. So that's what I'm going to be doing for when we do lives now, is a lot of these digital pieces. I do have some paintings coming up that I need to work on. That is a commission as well. Right now I'm stopping all commissions so I can work on people's commissions that have paid money. That way I don't feel overwhelmed with things I have to do. Little by little, if we can spend an hour or so on each one, you know. Yeah, most people like Stitch here. Plus we can play it back. I can show you the sort of playback of this while I drink some water. Oh, it's over here because I shrunk down the screen and stuff. I have been a fan of Doug since 1991, and then when Disney was on ABC in 95, Doug became Disney Doug. I am doing fine this evening, Jason. Good to hear. Yeah, I was a fan of Doug as well. I actually met the guy who did the voice of Doug. He's done a lot of work as well with voices. So here's kind of where we're at this point, color and stuff. I forget how long we've been at this. It's probably about maybe an hour or so. But this is what I'm gonna do tonight for you, just so we're moving towards the direction that I want to go with digital pieces, but also my artwork, just so I'm working on people's stuff, you know. It still gets me live though. You still get me live and I can still chat with you. It's just we're not going to take characters for a while because I want to work on people's commissions. I'll probably be doing more portrait work as well. Once I do Disney stuff, I'll come live on this channel for Disney like people. But I've already done Walt Disney. He's on my site, Jay Draws Disney. I love that. So check that out. There's 25 of you guys in here. Great. Welcome to the show. I don't do this every night, but most nights. Oop, I was accidentally deleting that. So you can get to this point. I've outlined it. The other program wasn't working very well for some reason, the one that was showing without my pen or pencil, so I just have a camera on me right now. Turn the overhead lights off and turn this light off that was giving me a glare, so you get more of a true representation of what this looks like. Colors are a little bit brighter than what's really going on here, and I don't think I have the screen all the way up for brightness, but I might be wrong with that. Check real quick. I gotta go over here. It's not all the way up. I could go brighter, but then it looks like that. It's like almost too bright. So I'm gonna turn down the brightness. Although I could turn it down on the camera. You know. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Like I said, the digital stitch will be available once I'm done, but you won't have access to the tribal tattoos. That's what I'm going to add onto it. So he will be a digital version of him. And then what I'll do with him, I'll probably have some maybe variants where I'll do a background, and without a background, it will be different prices probably. Probably just for Stitch himself on an 8x10 with like a basic gray or something will probably be like $25 as an 8x10. Do I miss watching Doug? Yeah, I mean I love Doug. It was a great show. I don't really there are certain things that I miss. That's why I'm kind of getting back in. I do gaming streams and stuff that are like older games, just to kind of relive those days a little bit. So I do miss some of the older stuff that you could like. I usually get things on like Blu-ray or digital when I can, like the old Ninja Turtle shows or cartoons. So I have most of those on digital. I have all the Jetsons from the 90s or 80s. I think it was like the 80s or 90s. I have all those on digital. So I do spend money on the older nostalgia stuff. So there's Stitch right now. We'll probably get all the coloring done, and then I might do the tattoo tomorrow, just so this is done. I'm kind of just eyeing the blues and stuff. We can always change it though. I gotta take this blue though and go around his eye. This program is called Procreate, which is like, I think it was like $5 or $10, but it's the best $10 I've ever spent because they updated so much. And this is on an iPad Pro 3. Thank you, Nicole. Everything's on a separate layer, so if I hit that, you can see the original sketch. I did this all on 2 layers, and then I'll do the 3rd layer will be his tattoo. I think this actually was that color too. But everybody loves Stitch, so that's why I decided to film this live. If you guys want to follow my YouTube, where I have tutorials and stuff, type in JDraws, J-A-Y, drawsdisney.net, and you'll get there. Of course, for all my artwork, go to just the same thing, but .com, and you'll see all of my digital artwork that's very reasonably priced. And you'll receive a print. My most known one that people like a lot is The Evolution of Mickey. It's Mickey drawing himself through the decades. I did reference that, though. There was another artist that drew that. You'll probably see that if you go to Disney. So those are my sites. Again, all the color and the outlines are on one layer, so it's a little bit, I feel like it's a little bit easier, but you have to make sure there's no openings. I don't know where the opening is on this. I don't know why it's not. And turn it down to, there we go. A little bit better. Let's give that more of a point there. Something like that. All right. Let's give this eye I do like drawing on digital. It's a lot of fun just to get some color going on in these streams. I did do, if you're new to this stream, this is the one I was working on. This one I have about 8 hours into it right now. You can go to, was it 8 hours? You can go to Canvas and Canvas information and you can see 8.5 hours on that one right there. So I do want to finish that one because I was having fun with it. I call it Disney Double Date Disaster because they're all very upset that the Beast is eating like that. I guess they are kind of judging him and him being a beast. So that's what I got so far on that one. Let's get back to Stitch. And I'll show you the evolution of Mickey in a second after I get some more color into Stitch here. I'm just eyeing his blue. The great thing though about this program is you can just fill in things like quickly like that. that's not the right blue. It's going to be more dull. That looks a little bit better. I mean, there's different blues, I'm sure, for Stitch. So... and then we'll go into some touch-up work. I don't know if I'll put like a lot of lighting or anything going on in this. I think I like filming this better because everything's like in real time. Before, when I was using that other program, it wasn't in real time. It was like I'd do something and then it would happen like 20 minutes later. Not 20 minutes, but... Alright, let me see if I can get his color in over here, or his body. So yeah, you can just drag in colors. You drag from the circle and then you go over to it. I want to put the darker blue in first. If it is this darker blue. Did you see where someone said Stitch Gone Live movie would be a gremlin? I want that program. It's a great program. You can pinch in and stuff. It does make coloring easier. Sometimes I don't use that. Sometimes... but I've only used 2 layers on this. The other character piece, I had like 50 layers. I had a whole bunch of layers going on. Sometimes you want to use more than 2 layers, to be honest. Let me get a darker, get a nice dark blue there. I don't know if that's actually the right one. Maybe that? Yeah, as long as the lines are closed. Like, if you did something like this and then tried to fill it in, it'll fill in the whole background. So, you can also do a perfect circle. You just gotta hold and then you can adjust it. And then fill that in. But, also, to get rid of those lines that are excess, you have to drag this up. It's called the threshold. So it's like cleaner, you know. You can do straight lines. You just have to hold at the end of it. So there's Stitch so far. I gotta fill the rest in here. I started this today. We can check how many hours I've been on it. I don't think it was long. So hour and 16 minutes is what this gets you. That's an hour and 16. Glad I caught you tonight. This little guy is so cute. Nice job. Thank you. Alright. Now I'm going to take this dark blue. You can click and like kind of drop your colors so you can get the color again. It's done. So again, you see some excess from the other blue we were trying to use. That's if you're super close though. If you printed this out, you probably wouldn't be able to see that. We're like very close. I guess I was kind of right. I did say about 2 hours this would take because it's like everything's kind of... But I do have to do the blue up here for his... I want that, don't I? Yeah. Maybe your hour. How long have I been drawing tonight or in general? I'm 36 now. I started when I was 1. Or probably before that. You can ask my mom. She's in the chat. If she's still here. I might have to make that eye bigger though. I feel like his eye, this eye needs to be a little bit bigger. I accidentally went to the eraser. Oh, thank you, Liam. In general, I've been probably, I wouldn't count all the years because there was time where I was working on graphic design and stuff. So, but I started when I was very young. My grandfather was an artist. He would draw like Popeye. I always say Popeye because that was like probably the stuff that they grew up with. And I'd always ask him to draw me certain things. Did he draw on furniture? He looks great. True, 30 plus years. Could fill this in too if you wanted to. Ooh. The threshold might be too big, so you gotta turn it down. So it just fills in that, and then you have to kind of touch up whatever little spots are there, you know. Alright. Not tonight, I'm not taking requests. This is a commission piece. But you can write to me, send me a message on Facebook if you're looking for commission. Right now I'm not really taking commission pieces because I gotta finish all these people's commission pieces, but all my prints are for sale at jdrawsdisney.com. So I got about 6 or so or more commission pieces that I'm working on, but any of the prints that are colored on my site, he always had a pencil and paper in hand, even at age 1. So all the prints that are colored on my site will get shipped out immediately. So if you're looking for a print, so then you can turn this on and off and you can see how you did. But I think the lineage, my lineage is actually getting better as I go through this because this didn't take super long. But I have to do some sort of tribal tattoos going on as well. So that probably will take some time. Excuse me. Burping over here. The key is you got to use bigger lines because then it looks, you don't see it mess up as much when you're drawing with bigger lines. That stitch. But then what you can do, it's good that you encourage him. He's an amazing artist. Thank you, Deborah. What you can do is then drop stitch into other pieces. You already have them drawn digitally, so you can just add them to like my Walt piece, and more people would probably buy it at this point. So that's probably what I'll do next. I'll show you my Walt piece that took 21 hours. Let's get him with, do I have the one with Mickey? It might be on my other iPad. I have the one with Dumbo though, so I'll probably like drop Stitch in here. You can see that this one took 20 canvas info, 21, so almost 22 hours, 21 hours, 56 minutes over there on the left. So that's my Walt Disney piece with Dumbo. I have one with Mickey. Go to jdrawsdisney.com and you'll see the one. I have one with classic Mickey and then one with where he's got a little color to him. So next I'll probably throw Stitch in there or something. And everyone will buy it because everyone loves Stitch. Alright, let's get back to Stitch. I was going to show you my, this is my evolution of Mickey. This, I didn't time out how long this took because I had to draw each one individually and then bring them into this canvas. So just making the canvas and dropping them in took an hour. So you can imagine each character probably took maybe an hour. So maybe this piece is like 5, 6 hours. No, I don't. This is not a Wacom. This is iPad Pro 19 or sorry, what's the size? This is the biggest iPad Pro, 12.9 iPad Pro, 3rd generation. So this is on my site going for $40 right now. I think it's like $10 to ship, but it's 15 by 5. So you'd have to find somebody to frame the 15 by 5. It comes to about this big. It's kind of big, but it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I did reference from this, but I think the guy that I referenced from, I like the way my Mickeys came out better than mine are more, I don't know, you can look this piece up. It's very similar that I did. I didn't, you can see, you'll see in this quick time lapse I'll show you, you'll see them all getting dropped in here, but I did draw each one. So this is just me creating the background for all those characters. Just adding a little pixie dust to it as well, you know. So just to do the background and drop them in was an hour. So there's my evolution of... I'll probably do it with other characters too. Just because, like, I don't know, maybe Goofy drawing himself or something. Okay, let's get back to Stitch. We don't have much more, I don't think, to do here. Just got to do the tribal tattoos that I have to kind of make up, I think. Let's give his black. Mini would be cool, yeah. We gotta do more mini pieces, to be honest. So this is what I do after I get the color in. I go in and I start touching things up. Grabbing like a black and seeing where things might need to be touched up or erased. I think that was just the background of that. Yes, mini would be amazing. Yeah, we'll probably do more. Like, that's what I said. I can work on this stuff, like, live with you guys, chat with you. You know, oh, I gotta do the line for his nose I didn't do. Okay, so there's Stitch in digital form. Took a little over an hour. Still gotta do some touch-ups here. you're able to see some color going on now. Tink drawing herself, or just Tink in general? I mean, I do have to add some more, like, princesses and stuff and fairies to my... I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Mine is a little too thick. But yeah, art does take a while, but because I'm kind of quick, I can get these to people. Alright. Does that line come all the way down? Alright, there's Stitch. What I'll do... I don't know if I'm done with the touch-ups or anything like that. I turned the back layer off so you don't see that anymore. I gotta turn this into a technical pen. I've been using the Procreate for a few years, like maybe 9 years. I don't know, I started it whenever I got it. I used this on an iPad too, and that's what I drew my Iron Man. I'd pull it down, but it's all this stuff is... you'll see it on my site, J Draws Disney. It's signed by Stan Lee, so you'll see that there. That was created on an iPad, and then I printed on metal, and then Stan Lee signed it. Stan signed a lot of stuff, so you have to kind of have something unique. And that's what I was thinking at the time, that I wanted him to sign something very unique. I have it listed at like $1 million or something crazy. Not crazy if you have the money and you want to have a Stan Lee Iron Man picture. Thank you, Karen. We might be able to get into the tribal tattoos tonight. I don't know, they sent me a picture of the tribal tattoos, so... So yeah, you can get really close to all of the digital stuff. Touch it all up, you know. But I'm thinking just a regular stitch will be like $25, $30 or so. And then I'll try to do a background. Probably definitely add them with Walt. I do want to like have one where Walt's like with like all of maybe the Fab Five or something like that, or Sensational Six. Alright, how are we doing? We good? I gotta find out where this tribal tattoo is. I'm gonna do it on a new layer, and then this piece will probably be done. Oh, people are talking to me on this thing. What's up, Ashrak? How are you? Ashrak, Rock, 66. What's up? Over on the YouTube. Or is that Twitch? Twitch, sorry. What's up, Twitch? On the Twitch. Alright, so there is Stitch. What I'll do real quick is I'll throw in a gray background and probably add some shadow to that. The idea... Oh, with Walt? Or all of them, yeah. That would be cool. They're all just like sitting on his shoulder or something. Mesmerizing. So now I'll do a background color of a gray, probably. a light gray, which I do on a lot of my stuff. And then I'll create a new layer. If you wait to do the tattoos tomorrow, Andrew can catch the live. We are driving back home from Cedar Key, Florida, down to Tampa, so he wants to listen to this. Okay. Tomorrow night or tomorrow during the day? You tell me and I'll do it that time. I can still work on touch-ups right now. Oops. Or we can import him into the Walt picture. The group, and you can watch next time. It is looking great. Thank you. So Katie is the one. Well, Andrew, right? Andrew. I don't know if they're married or boyfriend or what. They commissioned me to draw this, so I'm gonna do tattoos for them, and then they'll have the 4K file to print it out. Trying to think if Stitch's nose needs to be a little bit bigger, but I think it looks all right actually. His nose might need to be a little bit bigger, and this needs to come up definitely more. So you notice those sort of things. Whatever works for you. All right. Yeah. Like I said, I'm just basically doing commission stuff at this point for people. I'm not accepting any more commission at this point because I got to catch up on all these. I'm only one person, and I do have wedding stuff to get to as well. So when I go live, it will probably be a commission piece. We did a lot of work on this though today. It's almost done. Just got to do the tattoos and stuff. Oh, thank you. Thank y'all. This is too cute. So what I'll do now, let's see if I'm still on black. I really do enjoy digital work, and I don't think people appreciate it enough because they don't see the time that's involved. Like this piece did take, I'm over an hour at this point on this. I think it looks good. I think they don't see it being created, so they're like, whatever. And I think that in general with art, people don't appreciate it enough because they don't see the time that the artist spent on it. Time-lapse stuff is good, and it's good that it shows how much time we've been on each one of these, because right now we're at an hour and 32 minutes, just about done. Gotta just put a little bit more color in here. So I think if people appreciate and see the time that certain things take, like I told you about the Walt, it took about 21 hours, people are more likely to spend the money that, it took. Like if I see a painting on the wall, people think, oh, okay, I could do that. Certain people do that. I could do that. It's like, can you really? Do you know how long each piece takes to create? And most people don't. So that's the problem with the world, is like so many people think that me sitting here for an hour, they could do it, but it's taken years of practice. The first few times when I would go live, I would be a little nervous to hit that live button, but now it's very natural for me because I've done it so much. So people are very quick to spend money on, Disney or whatever, but then when an artist wants $5 or $10 or $40 or $100, certain people are like, I don't know. But other artists are out there and they're spending a lot of time on their craft. It does take a lot of work to get to not being perfect, but just being really good. I'm just making this a little bit darker. And I'll post this up on my Facebook. You'll get to see Stitch in all of his 4K quality. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take the airbrush, and what I basically do is I give him like some sort of shadow so it looks like he's actually sitting there. You can increase the brush over here on the left hand side. And then I'm kind of like bringing it back like over here. I also refine that as well. I don't like it over there. And I'm just kind of eyeing it what I think looks good. So you can see the difference. Just adding that little shadow there makes it more three-dimensional. Because say they hang this on their wall. You want it to look kind of like a cell animation, or just something that pops a little bit, you know? So I'm adding a little bit more shadow to the feet and stuff. I reduced the brush size. Give his tail some dimension too. I might give him some dimension as well on the body. So there's Stitch. Before, after, before, after. That just makes you a better artist. Just these little touches, you know. He's actually sitting there. This is so amazing. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that comment. I might add a little bit more shadow throughout. I didn't want to go crazy with it because, like I said, we're already at an hour and a half from earlier. I think the stream is... We did have a little bit of hiccups, so that could be added into that. About 40-something minutes in. I might add a new layer on top. And for those wondering, I am self-taught, so there's no like school that taught me all this stuff. I just learn from practicing, you know, and seeing other artists too. So people have written to me and showed me their stuff, and it's looking really good. So keep that up. I need this brush to be like kind of small. So I'm just making a line here to make it look like that line is crossing in front of that other line, in front of that. This is something that's not on the screen where I can just look at it and say, okay, this is what this shadow looks like. And I put it on a new layer too, so you can see the difference. It just kind of pops. A little bit more, you know. And this one passes in front as well. I don't know what else. Just gives it that three-dimensional look, you know. that looks pretty good. Maybe some of the hair will have some shadow as well. All I'm using is a black with the airbrush tool. So they have an airbrush here, airbrush, soft airbrush. So that's all I'm doing there. Maybe a little bit of over here. That's pretty good. Maybe I'll put some up here. This is just like real quick. Nothing too drastic, you know. Let's see what else. Maybe over here in this ear. And there's that. I think that's all I'll do for the shadow and shading and stuff. I don't think it needs really anything else, to be honest. I could put, I see in these other stitches there's like a little bit of light coming on his nose, so maybe I'll do that. And that's sort of the same technique. I'll add a new layer and just give me a bigger airbrush and then just something like this. Just gives it a little bit more dimension as well to the nose. So I'll add the tattoos and stuff tomorrow, the tribal tattoos. Maybe give him a little bit going on back here too. I didn't like that in there, maybe just on the tongue. Also you can put, actually I don't think I like the shadow there. I might do white on the tongue. You can do that too, because anytime, I don't know if I'll use an airbrush though on that. I want like little speckles, because if you look at like a tongue, it's very, like if light hits it, it's very like speckly, it's very white. So I might use a charcoal compressed, something like that. Again, this program is called Procreate. You need to have a newer, I think they're not supporting some of the older, I think it's some of the older iPads, so you probably need a sort of a newer, and that's dark. I need white. I think it's like a $10. I haven't really even looked it up lately to know how much it is. I think I only paid like $10. Sometimes you do something. I'll probably grab the airbrush to kind of remove the stuff I don't want. Did it work? Oh, it's like, that's why. That's too much. I need to bring it down. No, I still wanted to erase. I guess I could put more going on. Kind of want it to be like sharp though, like that, but that's too much. Like that maybe. I don't want like too much going on, but just a little bit, you know. All right, there's Stitch, looking 4K, very 4K like. I don't know how much time we got. We're good for time. What you can do, I'm going to show you how to do this if you have this programmer. But what I'll probably do, you can take, I don't know if it grabs the background or if it just copies the canvas. I think it's called copy canvas. And then say we wanted to go back to our Walt picture that I did. We can go in here, possibly. What you'd have to do is get rid of Dumbo. I don't know why there was a mark on Dumbo, but you can take and hit paste. I think it's paste. Yeah, so there's Stitch. You can just drop him right in. We have the shadow there, so that works. Maybe want him about that size or so. And there, we've made another variant of the Walt piece. Kind of cheating, but I'd probably save that. You can go back and save that as a. What you do is you hit select, you hit this, and then you hit duplicate. So you duplicate. It's very close to the delete, though. I don't like that it's very close to the delete there. He looks good there. I bet Walt never thought of Stitch. Yeah, no, he didn't. Shri, thank you, Cherie. Very good. Thank you, Deborah. That's awesome. Thank you. Katie, let's see. So our Stitch is back. Like I said, we'll do the tattoos tomorrow. Andrew can watch. And that's what he looks like with the gray on. I can probably take this time. I'm going to stop now. Probably take this time to answer any questions. Question and answer. Is that Homer? Yeah, I did when Disney bought. So these are like a majority of my pieces. When Disney bought Fox, I did this piece. This is on my site, Jay Draws Disney, of course. So I did this piece. I put him with the Mickey hat and eating a Mickey bar. And then I just did a regular, he's all sunburned and stuff. When did they do that? He made Homer with Mickey ears. And then I did this one. This is just like a more appropriate one. I actually started with a sketch that we did live, and then I outlined it one day. So that's Homer with his Mickey ears. Love that one. So that's on my site too. I think that's still 25 or 30. I forget what the prices are. You have to go to my site. And then when James Holtzire was winning on Jeopardy a lot, I did this. When are you doing tattoos? When am I doing them? I'm not doing tattoos. I'll draw tattoos for people and they can pay me. I feel like there's more money in that, so I kind of made Homer too close to Ken Jennings, and then I have he says happy birthday Ken because he would say happy birthday to everyone. Thank you, Brittany. So that's like an original. I've had people write to me for like wedding stuff. I did that. I did this is like a guy wanted to be grumpy, and then that's like his wife. A doctor wrote to me and wanted this as a tattoo, so this is Wreck-It Ralph as a doctor. I'm still working on the Spider Zen one, where he's Zen-like, or whatever you call that pose, lotus position. If you know Spokesman, this is a little portrait I did of him. And put him looking at Dumbo. That's where we get the Dumbo from. Oh, Stitch. I did this Mickey. I think that's the one that I put on Walt. Here's a completely original I thought of. Actually, this piece, the idea was at one of the shops that was selling, they were selling like a Jack Skellington with the 3D glasses. And I was like, well, that would be kind of cool if Mickey had the 3D glasses. And then one of my students said, well, you should have a hand coming out and then he's in popcorn. So I did that and made it more three-dimensional. I think that's on my site as well. A friend of mine wanted this piece. Those are his, I think his wife's father's badges. Like I took the actual pictures and kind of cut them out. Let's see, Stan Lee as Mickey Mouse. I don't know why it's not showing up. Hopefully it's not deleted. And good thing we have everything backed up, because it doesn't seem like it's showing up. Here's my, this is the one that I drew on pen. I mean, what time tomorrow are you finishing the picture of Stitch? I don't know. And then this is the digital version of Mickey and Goofy as Doc Brown and Marty McFly. I might add some more to this, I don't know. Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse as Pretty Woman. So yeah, there's a whole bunch. Go to my site, you'll see all of my work there. Jay Draws Disney. Order a print, because it really helps me out a lot when you guys order stuff. This one's on there. And then I ship it right out. So these are all prints, but they're all, the quality is going to be on printer paper, high quality printer paper. Yeah, so this is one I did for Richard Girth that went viral on the Disney sites. Picked up like, I don't know, it's like 4,000 or 5,000 likes and comments and stuff when he passed away. I think that was last year, right? That, I don't know if that's on there actually. And then we were creating our own Disney characters. Here's one of them. We were just combining like features from, we got to do that. We got to get back to that. Here's a Grumpy Cat when Grumpy Cat passed. I love you all, but only when I'm not hungry. I'm hungry all the time. Haunted Mansion Mickey. So there's a ton of stuff on there. Definitely check it out. Here's another. We created her live with features from other Disney characters. Thank you, Valerie. Alright, that's all I'm going to do. I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that's on my site that you can order now. Some isn't on there, but most of this stuff is on there, ready to ship. Different prices depending on how long certain things took. Like I know the Evolution of Mickey is like $40. But it's a great piece when you order that. Yeah, when he passed, I did that like the same day. I don't even know. We can see how long that the Richard Girth one actually took. It might have not taken super long, but it might have taken a few hours, to be honest. You can look in the Canvas information. So 3.5 hours this took. It's still some time, you know. But I did it as quick as I could and got it up on the Disney pages right when he passed away. I did a Sebastian. Let's see how long this one just took. That was to add to the other one. So 13 minutes to draw Sebastian, color him, and then add him into this piece. We got to finish this piece too. All right, that's it for me. I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you are all well. You have a great weekend. I'll probably be on tomorrow at some point. This was an hour long. Go to jdrawsdisney.net, jdrawsdisney.com, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.